let's get from the very beginning. You guys are obviously very close. How did you guys first become friends?
So I met Jeff in high school. So we've known each other since 2007.
Yeah, long time.
So a long time.
Very long time.
And, right. And then I met RJ through mutual friends. And I don't know, Jeff, you want to explain how you met RJ?
Yeah, it's the same, pretty much the same thing. We went to
Yeah.
high school together, freshman year. Just kind of got to hang around the same group of friends, and then just through college, I met RJ, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been friends for a while now. RJ, I think we might have met
So-
officially.
Yeah, so we had a class together in college, but we didn't know each other. I knew Jeff, but
Yeah,
like,
he wanted to fight me. So
Yeah.
maybe, possibly. There's no confirmation.
yeah, we didn't really talk anything like that. But then we had mutual friends and linked up a couple years later, and it was a bromance.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you guys started the channel 3 years ago. So that's a pretty big gap between college and you guys starting the channel. So what were you guys up to?
So, as you guys know, we all love Marvel. So I kind of like was doing reaction videos on. If you go back way back when in the channel, I was doing reaction videos to Legend of Korra. So I was just kind of doing solo reactions, and then when WandaVision came out, Jeff kind of just hit me up and was just like, "Hey, we should do like reaction videos to WandaVision." It didn't happen, and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out right after, and so he was saying like, we should really do it, and I was just like, you know what, let's try this thing out. And then we tried it out, and then we recorded at RJ's house. That was the very first like recording spot.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, we did reaction channels, or we did reaction videos to episode 1, and then episode 1 we were getting like good comments and all that. It was going well, and then we did episode 2, and then by episode 4 it was just like, because a lot of crazy things happened. I don't know if you remember, but episode 4, a lot of crazy things happened in that episode. And
Yeah.
so when we hit like 20,000 views on that reaction video, we were just like, oh my gosh, right, we were losing our shit. It was just going crazy, and then ever since then, it was just like more motivation for us to keep on going, and so here we are now.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
when you were doing Legend of Korra, I think he was getting like 1,000 views
Yeah.
per video,
Mhm.
and to me, I was like, wow, that's a lot. You're getting a lot of views.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is probably the perfect time for you to like expand, kind of do something different.
Right.
Marvel is of course it's huge.
Exactly.
And they were just coming out with the Disney Plus shows. We had missed WandaVision.
Yeah.
I think
I was
me and
like-
Jeff were watching WandaVision.
We
Yeah.
were watching it. Yeah.
Right.
Me and RJ were watching it just together. But when, like you said, that's kind of why we have this poster. I don't think you can see it on them. But we have the Falcon and the Winter Soldier poster, just because for us it's crazy how that show like we still see it as one of our favorite Marvel shows. It's kind of like on the bottom list for a lot of people, but
Right.
for us, I think we watching it together was
It's
just
special.
It's very
It
special.
just felt fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you even cosplayed Jeff during one of those videos.
Oh yeah.
Why you gotta bring that up?
No, it looked good. It looked good. You rocked it. You rocked it for sure.
I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, I was going back, to your first videos, and it's crazy because you guys were trying to figure out like what, exactly the channel was going to be. I mean, it was like you guys reacting to like the Super Bowl, or it
Yeah.
would be a gender reveal, or it would be
Yeah.
Tobes was doing like I'm gonna take a shot for every time I laugh on TikTok video, and then Jeff showed up for one of those videos.
Yes.
Man,
Wow,
Johnny, that's respect. Johnny been watching. You watched all the episodes.
I'm trying to Nardwar this, yeah.
RV don't every day.
What were you trying to do in the beginning? Were you just trying to make like fun videos, or was it just
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like back in high school, we had like a huge group of friends, and we were just so funny, and a lot of people just loved our group.
Yeah.
So it was just like I saw like it was kind of like almost like a vision. Like I feel like we should be doing something. So I kind of because way back when, I was always into like reaction videos. I was always just watching
Jersey Shore.
Exactly, Jersey Shore. Like,
Don't get
no, I was no, really, that's what it was. So like, I was
Wow.
just had like so many things in mind of how like our group can like expand.
We would go on vacation. We would be like, why does no one record this? Because we're going through some crazy, funny stuff. And like, if
Exactly.
someone was just here with a camera, it would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious. So that was kind of like the thought process, like
And it wasn't hilarious.
trying to figure out like what we should do. But then reaction videos kind of just like took off. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated by that because you guys like you definitely see the evolution where it's like, you know, party videos where it's like it seems like it's like a almost like someone just following you around with the camera as you're like at a party drinking, like cracking jokes, and then like it goes into, you know, you reacting to TikTok, then Super Bowl, then you reacting to an actual show, and then Jeff shows up, then RJ shows up, and it's like you just see the natural progression. Like doing the research for this was like really interesting because I hadn't even known all that. So
You know what actually happened? What
What?
actually legit happened was we were doing those videos, and then COVID happened.
yeah,
And you were home alone, and you were like, I have nothing else to do other than watch Legend of Korra and just do reaction videos.
yes,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
absolutely
'Cause
right.
you were, I remember you were at home just by yourself all the time.
Right.
And
I didn't really go
that
out.
was that's kind of what pushed you into doing reaction videos.
Yes, you're right.
That's
Barry, how
crazy.
you know more than I know more than me?
So
Right.
honestly, so what you're saying is COVID was a good thing.
In a way,
In a
I know.
sense,
I'm yeah. I'm
You're
biased,
right,
but,
right.
for sure. And you guys, you know, bring a lot to the table. Like, there's obviously, as someone who makes like compilations and stuff, I've seen like every reactor out there. And you guys, I think what really stands out to me is you guys are just super genuine. You know, because I don't know, I won't name names, but there are some channels that seem like maybe they've seen the episode before, or maybe they're not as good as friends, maybe outside the camera. But you guys seem like legit friends. Like you get along. For how much like you go through the videos and it's endless. Like the fact you guys aren't sick of each other or haven't gotten in like a big fight or something, and maybe you have, I don't know, but like, it doesn't show on camera, and I think that's really impressive. Like I don't know if I could do that with like my best friends, like just be recording all the time. Like it's really
Right.
like a talent you guys all have, all three of you.
Thank you.
I
And
appreciate
a
it.
lot of people in the comments do say similar things like that. Like you guys have like amazing chemistry, and it just like it seems like the way we watch your videos, it's like we're watching with friends. That's
Right.
one of the things we really, really love.
we
like
love that comment.
It pulls on the heartstrings for sure.
Aw.
for sure. So
That's great. What do you guys, before we get back into like your channel, what do you guys do outside of this? Not to like dox you or anything, but like, do you guys have like normal jobs outside of this, or is this like your full-time gig?
So I think when we started this, we all had between the three of us, it was like three jobs, including YouTube, because we kind of
Yeah.
that was kind of we considered that the job as well.
Right,
So
of
I
course.
think I'm still doing the exact same thing. I work on base. I do background checks.
Oh, okay.
So I do that. And then I do security at a hotel part time, and then I do this. And I'm a dad, so I consider that a job too. So add that
100%.
to the fourth job. Yeah.
100%.
Oh my god, the fact that you show up to every video is amazing. That's crazy.
I know. I don't know how to do
Jesus.
it.
yeah, it's crazy how dedicated we were towards this.
Yeah.
For myself, I was working in the school system, and so I had a part-time job right after the school system job to work with more kids, and then I would come and record and do a lot of the editing, and yeah, that's pretty much how it was for me.
Got you. Okay, cool. RJ?
Shit, what do I do? Um,
A little bit of everything.
Honestly,
I do some IT stuff for the government. I got a tree business, like tree removal. And I'm buying properties, flipping them up.
Yeah.
So
That's sick. You guys are, where are you guys based? Are you guys in
Maryland.
New York? Where, Maryland? Oh, that's right, Maryland. Yeah, I think I did know that actually. I don't think I've ever been. Outside of like DC.
Toby hates it.
I mean, yeah, I hate it. At the same time, I love it. It's just
Yeah.
not really much to do here, and if you want to really do something, you kind of have to go out a little further to do something.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, it's very chill.
I always tell people where we live. Technically, it's kind of the best spot. We're about 25 minutes from Baltimore, and about 40 minutes from DC. And so we're very close to, like, in terms of job wise, like everything is like reasonably distant. And once you hit DC, I mean, you got so much stuff you can do out there. But I agree, like right where we are, there's not as much to do as like the city.
Well, it sounds like a good time. Sounds cheaper than LA. From
Oh God, for
you
sure.
got RJ buying property. I was like, that sounds nice. I'm like, can I buy this sandwich? But property. Shit is expensive out here. They say the American dream. I was like, American dream is expensive.
I always wonder why LA.
I know. I had always wanted to move out here. My parents are in South Carolina, and I didn't know what else to do. There's nothing in South Carolina that was like entertainment related. Same in Ohio. So I was like, I got to move out here. So I've been out here. I'm renting a house with my girlfriend, and we're just doing the best we can. So it's crazy.
Well, I was genuinely curious, but that was also a Rush Hour reference.
Oh, I'm sorry. God damn it. Here's the thing. I was gonna bring that up. That is so impressive. Like, you have like an encyclopedic knowledge. Like, I've seen all the Rush Hour movies like multiple times, of course. But like the fact that you can just pull it out of nowhere, like, is wild.
It's crazy.
So where did that come from? Is that just like a childhood thing that you just kind of hung on to, or I mean, because all of you guys get the reference. Like, Jeff will say it, and then you guys, like 2 seconds later, you guys are like dying laughing because you like realize what he's saying.
Right. Exactly.
It's kind of funny because that's kind of what brought us together as well. I know, me personally, I remember watching Rush Hour. This was before any streaming services even existed.
The cassette.
And you had just regular standard TV, TNT or USA.
Oh yeah.
And they would just replay the same old movies all the time. Rush Hours was like that movie, Rush Hour 1 and 2.
Yep.
And I just remember being a kid and having nothing else to watch and just watching that all the time.
Yeah.
And Dave kind of said the same thing, where they grew up on those movies.
Right. I had the cassette and just the cassette player. I would always just watch it because that was one of the few movies that I did have on cassette. So
That's amazing.
I had the portable DVD player. It was like portable. Because I'm from Michigan, so I used to drive to Michigan a lot.
Oh, okay.
And it was the only thing I could watch.
That's wow. That's crazy that brought you all together. You guys all have your own unique experiences with Rush Hour. I was looking back at some of those clips. You can't even like, I don't even think you could like make that movie like exactly how it is anymore, which is unfortunate because it's hilarious. Like, you can't say midget in a bathrobe anymore.
Right.
You can't.
I think we've said that in a reaction, and Toby's like, you can't say
You can't say that.
We are editing that out.
Edit that out.
Speaking of editing, what is your process for a video? Like, let's say, new show drops, Last of Us drops. Like, do you guys just like, do you have a schedule? Like, each week we're going to meet at this day, or does it change each week?
Yeah, so depending on our availability, because we're always without like outside of the whole recording thing, we have other things that we are doing, but we have set days. So usually Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday we record. But if one of us can't do a certain day, then we just text in a group chat and be like, hey, instead of Thursday, we can just do Wednesday. So we're pretty flexible, and we live 5 to 10 minutes away from each other, the three of us. So like we're pretty flexible, and we can honestly manage pretty well. So
nice. So when like a Mandalorian trailer drops or something, are you guys like, shit, we gotta record right now, or are you guys like, we'll get to it tomorrow?
It's the worst because like whenever something releases like on a Friday, then we record Friday, so we're just like, shit. So like maybe we'll like try to meet up like early morning to try to like record the reaction, or maybe we'll just meet up on the next day that we see each other.
Especially if it's one of the Marvel trailers.
Oh my god!
We usually try to get a heads up. They might say,
"Oh,
it's debuting during this commercial" or something like that. So
we get really jealous when we see other channels where like the trailer drops and it's like an hour later they release the reaction.
It's like, what the heck?
Guys gotta live together.
How's it even possible?
Yeah,
You can't
right.
even export in that amount of time. It's crazy.
Yeah, thank you.
So do you guys take turns editing, or is it just one of you?
So I'm the main person that edits. So Jeff and RJ, they edit other things that are released on our Patreon. So mainly the stuff that goes on YouTube, some stuff that goes on Patreon. I do the editing, and like I said, Jeff and RJ, they have other things that go on Patreon as well.
We do the quicker stuff, like some of like the music video reactions, or
Right.
just like little talks that we do on the side, just debates. Toby does the pretty much the big stuff,
bigger
the
stuff.
shows, and usually the trailers, because he edits a lot quicker. So he's just, as soon as we react to it like a trailer, he just drops it as soon as he.
Right.
So
I the reason why, like, for the whole editing thing, for me, I actually learned or like practiced it in high school. Like, I just did it for fun. I was just editing videos, and then come to think of it, just like it worked out perfectly later in the future because it came in handy. You know what I mean?
Now.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Do you guys think this will like turn into like a full-time thing? Like fully full-time? I mean, obviously, you know, Jeff, your dad, and RJ buying property, and you know, you got the school system and everything. But like, you know, where do you see this like going? Optimistically.
I can say that I would personally love for it to become like monetary enough for us to, you know, kind of like me not have to worry about like that part-time job, just to have like, you know, do it now just to get that like steady like extra paycheck. But I would love to just have like one job and just do this on the side, or even become big enough where we're doing this full time.
I agree. Same answer.
Same answer. Yeah, I definitely see it for you guys. You know, there's a lot of reactor. I was talking to the previewed guys. They all had like part-time jobs. Jay was like working at Olive Garden or something, and I think they've now transitioned into like full time. But like, you guys are growing really fast. I think you're at 69,000 subscribers. Giggity, right?
Yeah.
You guys, no new subscribers. You have to stay at 69,000.
Exactly.
But you guys are growing fast. I mean, you have to be kind of amazed. I know you're saying the Falcon Winter Soldier video, when it hit like 10, 20,000, you're like pretty amazed. But like, your videos are doing really well. Like, it's got to be kind of a surreal feeling.
Really. Also, big shout out to you. When I first found a compilation video on the internet, it was, I think you ran the account Skybound.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Skybound. So when I saw that, I was just like, oh my gosh, because it was a great feeling that we were finally on a compilation video.
Yeah, so. I think we have like the group chat. Like, if you go all the way to the back, I think Toby sent us something like, oh my gosh, somebody put us in their video.
I was just saying, like, for me, that was like our first kind of wake-up call. Like, this is serious. Like, we saw the compilation video. I'm like, wow, other people are really seeing us. Like, yeah, it was definitely a big accomplishment.
We have to thank you for at least like half of the subscriptions.
No.
Yeah,
Here's
really.
the thing. All I do is put you guys in front of people, and you guys do the rest. I mean, you guys are naturally talented and hilarious, and your humor is what gets people to come back, you know, and to like subscribe to the channel. And I always say in the description, sub to these guys. And hopefully I do it, you know, not to toot my own horn, but hopefully I do it better than some of the other compilation channels. I know there's like mixed reactions and Ravens reactions or whatever, but and poor mixed reactions, he has to now react to his own compilation to try to stay monetized.
Right.
I'm not doing that. There's absolutely no fucking way I'm doing that. 0 fucking percent.
Right.
Like, that's Inception. I don't know. That's weird. I mean, good luck to that. I think I do it the best, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not, you know.
And another thing
some people, go ahead.
And another thing is when you like in your your editing style, it's like, you know, all the reactors are talking to each other in one big room. So like your compilation videos kind of stand out from other compilation channels. So big shout out.
I can't how dedicated you are. I mean, you gotta literally watch everybo's reaction
and put it in the certain way,
right, and make it look like it always flows. It always flows like perfectly.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much time you have. Like that.
This is my full-time job. But it is a lot. Each compilation takes like 3 to 4 days, which sounds like a lot, but I average like 20 channels per video, and each one. I mean, The Last of Us ones are like an hour and stuff, and then I get
Oh
really
my-
behind too. Like the Netflix really screws me over because it'll be like all of Stranger Things is out at once, and then
Oh,
Andor
Lord.
will come out, and it's like the first 3 episodes are out, and then by the next week, like obviously I haven't even started it, and they're on episode 4, and then The Boys comes out, 3 episodes all at once, and I was like, you got to be kidding me! And then everyone's like, do Alice in Borderlands, and I was like, I don't even know what that is, and they're like, do it anyway, fuck you, and I'm like, oh my god. And then like Squid Game comes out all at once, and I'm like, I'm a one man person. There's no one helping me. I have no editors or anything. It's just me. So
Right.
shit is hard. And you guys know the struggle
We
when
do.
there's like a zillion shows out.
Right.
We appreciate you though.
Oh yeah, man, of course. And I'm trying to figure out my second channel, which I can hopefully get monetized. What else I can do? I tried doing a React just by myself, and Toby, you can relate to this. Like it is not easy. You make it look a lot easier than it is for me, but it's a lot easier to have your friends around you because you can like bounce off. Like that's how I'm like kind of funny. It's like I can bounce off of people, but doing it by yourself, I have a new respect for people who do it.
Yeah.
So what do your friends and family say about your YouTube channel?
For me, I think my family's proud of me.
Yeah, that's great.
A lot of the shows that they watch that we react to, a lot of conversations happen. They're like, "What do you think will happen?" But overall, they're pretty happy for me.
Yeah,
So.
we have a lot of friends and family that support us. I think one of our biggest fans might actually be RJ's mom. If you
Really?
wanna- Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's never seen a K drama before. Ever since we started with she texted me yesterday like, "What's the next K drama?"
Wow, that's crazy.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
She buys me merch to every show that we watch. She bought me this hoodie yesterday.
Yo, it's a dope shirt.
Yeah, she buys me merch to almost every show. She watches every show. She's watching Last of Us right now, so she's a big supporter.
Damn, that must feel good. Have you guys gotten recognized yet? Like in public?
Oh yeah, all three of us actually.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
You wanna
I
say-
mean, it sounds so surprised. Really? I knew that. No, that's sick. Where?
Every time I'm on vacation, like out of the state, I feel like I'm gonna be recognized, or like if someone's walking past me and they look at me, I'm like, are they looking at me because they know who I am, or are they just like?
Or do they think I'm the meme guy with the tracksuit who walked into the courtroom?
Oh my
Is that the same guy?
It happened recently. I think I was on a work trip a month ago, and someone came up to me, and it was funny because I was looking in the direction and I saw that like I said, someone was looking at me, and I was like, maybe they're just looking in my direction. But then 5 minutes later, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, do you do YouTube?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, you do Core4, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then we start talking, and I'm like, "Wow, he's from Jamaica and he lives in Toronto." And I'm like, "Wow, like we're international, really."
Yeah.
And then another time, I was on vacation in Hawaii, and I was in a Target, and someone just comes up to me and says, "Hey, are you Jeff?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And what's funny is that I was telling my friends, I was joking around, I was on the airplane, I'm like, "You know what, guys? I'm like really upset right now." And they're like, "What? Why?" I'm like, "Because no one has recognized me yet, and I've been here for at least 30 minutes, and it's later that day it happens. It's crazy."
Yeah.
Amazing. You've gone full Hollywood.
Right? For me, it was 3 places. One, it was at Chipotle. Was the person at the cash register.
Iconic.
You're right. Second one was at a liquor store. She saw because I have a bumper sticker that has our YouTube channel
I
on
heard
it.
this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
yeah, you-
I walked. She walked in and she was like looking around. She's like, "Oh my gosh, it is you!" And then we took a picture together. That was the second time, and then the third time was at a festival. It was at a music festival. Out of the crazy amount of people that are at a festival, like he saw me and just like figured it was, it's like, "Oh, you're from? Is your channel da 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 da?" And I was like, "Yeah," and then we took a picture as well. So
It's kind of crazy how many people live in the area that follow us. Like we go to the movies with like 2 people that we met. So every Marvel movie that comes out, they join us.
yeah,
So it's kind of like our thing now, like.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, I don't know if you've dug into the YouTube analytics, but it'll tell you like the places that people are watching you from, and you'll be like
Yeah.
Philippines, Brazil, like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
People, they understand what I'm saying. They understand, like, that's nuts.
Sometimes I feel like those are some of the biggest fans that I've seen.
for sure.
Like,
For sure.
they seem very dedicated in the comments, and you can tell because it says like their sentences may not be like
Perfect.
properly structured.
Or sometimes they like love from Brazil, love
right?
from
And they're like can't really speak that great English, but love your channel, love you guys, and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just seeing like the places, I mean, that people can see you from, and the fact that you guys are recognized is awesome. So I'm really happy for you. How do you guys decide which shows to do next? Because like we were saying, there's like a million shows out there. Like, how do you decide?
Good question.
That is a very good question.
Thank you.
We don't know.
Basically, whatever's like trending.
Yeah.
It's a mixture between recommendations, trending, and then us taking a vote.
Yeah. I think we try to do all the Marvel stuff.
For sure.
We try to do
Marvel's a guarantee.
like the game related stuff, like I guess
Something that's highly anticipated.
right. Game of Thrones, of
Yeah.
course. Some of the stuff is for sure going to get a lot of like talk. I think what actually got us like over that hump was Squid Games. When we started watching Squid Games, that's when the numbers really like were starting to hit like numbers that we hadn't seen before.
Right.
And we were on that kind of late. We got on the bandwagon a little late, but I think we were hearing a lot of talk about it, and so pretty much that's to go back on what I was saying. We kind of just follow whatever is popular, whatever people recommend, and try to keep that consistent.
Right. And to piggyback on that, after we did Squid Game, that's kind of when we got into the K-drama bunny hole. After that K-drama, there's so many people just like, they love the reactions that we gave them so much from Squid Game that they just recommended so many other K-dramas. And then we were just like, oh, like, let's take a look at this. And then the next one we did was a show called My Name, and we loved it. So we were just like, oh, wow, like, we're really into the K-drama bunny hole. And so ever since then, it's kind of popped off with K-drama.
Are there any shows that like you want to do for the channel, or you suggest doing for the channel, but one of you is like, I don't know, man, I kind of want to watch that on my own, or I actually don't want to watch that show? I mean, I guess that would be you voting on it, right? Like, or there's some that you just like, I don't know about the show, man, but I guess we'll do it, and then you end up loving it.
Well, I can speak on House of Dragon. I don't know if you guys remember, but House of Dragon, I wasn't really too interested.
Really?
No, I wasn't. I saw the trailer, just like, I don't know about this, but you guys were like, we have to, and I was just like, okay, whatever. And then we loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was one.
I know that we've said a bunch, but one that we did, the one that I can remember saying that was recently, I know that a lot of people were doing Wednesday, and we had considered doing that, and I think just with the busy schedule, we ended up putting on the back burner. We might probably not get to it, but that's one that I can remember that was very popular, but we didn't get the chance to watch.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it just came out last month. You still have time, but yeah, no, I understand. I also get hit up by doing a Wednesday, and I was like,
Almost.
I don't know, man.
We almost missed Invincible.
Wow, that was a
Yeah.
big one.
That was a big one.
I think RJ was like, we gotta watch this, and we were like, we don't know the property, we haven't heard of it.
These talks get kind of tense. I don't know if it's just like,
It does.
they get kind of tense because
I want to watch it. What the fuck
Right.
is Invincible?
Right.
And like, we're busy enough, we should be doing something else.
Especially with anime as well, because we're trying to get more into the anime train, but like, RJ's like the anime guy. He knows.
I have like friends that are super fans. They watch every anime, so I might tell them, and they're like, we don't really know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we all kind of have different taste on our own. Jeff, he might watch more like Wednesday is kind of his vibe, like comedy or something that's kind of trending. So trying to get everyone on board with the show, it gets a little tense sometimes.
Right.
I bet. What shows do you guys watch off camera?
So
If
I got
any.
into Demon Slayer. It's an anime show. Yeah. I got into that. We're watching that recently. I just finished, and now I'm waiting on the new season that's supposed to come out in April.
April. Yeah.
April. So that's one show I've been watching off camera.
Again, I'm telling on myself, but I really was into You,
Okay.
the show on Netflix. Yeah, I was watching that for a while, and then the new season for that drops
Soon.
like this month, I think.
Oh, I need
February.
to catch up on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing with the debates is like if there's multiple seasons,
Right.
Right, because it's kind of a commitment.
Yeah, or like we'll say, hey, watch it on your own, let's catch up, but we kind of never really.
Oh,
we
right.
never done
That was another show. The Boys. They were caught up.
Oh yeah.
I was not.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know. But then it was like the new season 3 is about to come out. What's season 3 or season 4?
Season
Three.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3 is about to come out. You got to watch it. And I was like, all right. So
Yeah.
caught up. And then by the time I literally got caught up as soon as season 3 dropped. And so,
It probably felt fun for you.
Yeah,
It was so
because-
fresh in
yeah.
your
yeah, it was so fresh in my mind. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So.
you guys had great reactions to that.
Thank you.
I'm just thinking of the first episode where he's in that guy's dick.
Nick, yeah. He's like scratching on it inside.
And they said season 4 is going to be even grosser, and I was like, how?
Yeah,
I did see that.
we did see that.
I hope so.
MM got come on, mega come on. Like,
Yeah.
That show was insane.
Yeah.
That was one of our.
that's one of
top-
my thumbnail. YouTube destroyed that video because the thumbnail is mother's milk dripping in cum, and YouTube was restricted to 18 plus. Half the countries in the world will not be able to watch this. How dare you? And I was like, I have to put it out as is. That's the episode. It's Herogasm. People would be mad if I did the PG version. So
The thumbnail could have been anything.
It could have been anything. It could have been milk.
Milk.
For Mother's
Yeah.
Milk.
his name's Mother's Milk, right?
Right.
That's not cum, and it's not real cum. So it's
Right.
Now, for
Yeah,
me, I've been watching a lot of Apple TV lately. Black
Oh,
Quality.
yeah.
Good
Have you seen
Blackbird.
Severance?
I started Severance.
Severance is dope.
I'm on episode 2 though, so
Okay. I feel like it's too slow of a burn for a reaction, but and I didn't want to do Andor. I just did I'm doing a Patreon only series for Andor, and the first 3 episodes I was like, fuck yes, this show is good, but it's too slow to do reaction. I do not have to worry about this show. And then by episode 5, I'm like, this show is fucking awesome, and now I have to do it. So now I started it.
Yeah, we kind of, to be honest, with the Star Wars stuff, we kind of tried to avoid it because we've been bullied before.
In which way? For liking it or not liking it?
No, for not knowing our stuff.
Oh, who cares? Were you supposed to know every fandom?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I think we've gotten to the point where we're we don't want to do something that we don't know enough about.
Right.
And if we don't know the lore, and if we don't know the character, and if we butcher
I'm gonna
something,
be asking questions the whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't watched anything about Star Wars.
I think we might do some other stuff in the future. So if it's I really wanted to do Obi-Wan because I thought that we knew that character, we knew some of that timeline, but that's another show that we kind of skipped because
We're not too knowledgeable on the whole Star Wars stuff.
I
So
get
we
that.
just-
I think when I do compilations for Star Wars, I try to even it out between the super nerds who are oh, that's that's Zorbach from the 3rd book that was written in '76, and I was like, what? And then I love meshing that up with the people who are I don't know what the fuck that means. Because I like having a big spectrum. So don't feel like you have to be bullied out of the space.
True.
Are you guys? Are you guys? Did you watch Mandalorian? I can't remember.
I'm caught up.
I watched season 1. I haven't watched season 2.
Okay.
I watched 2 episodes of season
I think
2.
I saw half of season 1.
Okay.
I was gonna say
That show's fine.
now I'm bullying you, but Mando season 3 comes out March 1st. I'm just telling you, it'll do fucking numbers. If you can catch up by them, you don't have to do whatever you want. I don't care. But I'm just saying, not for my own sake, for your own sake. For your channel. I'm just saying, Mando videos were just like Invincible. It was sky high. So just saying,
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta
if
get
you
on
needed
that.
something. But
Caught up. You guys got to
I
catch
gotta,
up.
I gotta.
Toby's like, yo, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
No, season 1 was amazing.
Season 2
That
was
last episode.
Season 2. Last episode was season 2
Oh, was it season 2?
Yeah.
Then I'm caught up. Then
with Grogu.
No,
Or
he hasn't seen it.
Oh shit. Okay.
I forgot about it. I watched it like last year. I have to rewatch everything.
Okay, and then there's like 1 or 2 episodes of Boba Fett you have to watch, so you're caught up on
Oh,
season 3.
yeah.
They did. I know. I just watch my compilation. It'll be enough. It'll be fine. I
Oh,
do
yeah.
that to myself because I'll just watch I'll scroll through a compilation and be like, oh yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, caught up.
Who has the time?
Yeah. Exactly.
What else you guys into other than like I know shows and movies you guys are generally into, like what kind of music, or do you guys have any hobbies or anything that stand out?
We were forced into becoming huge BTS. BTS.
No.
Yeah.
Is this because of the K-drama stuff?
I think it might be something
I think
related to it.
That let us
We
down the
literally
wrong
were
path.
like, I don't know what the heck made us react to a music video one time.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like one of the most watched videos.
Yeah.
For us.
Uh-huh.
I have no
It
idea.
is
what-
like YouTube Gold. If you do anything K-pop related and it's positive, it's like
Yeah.
instant. It's like Mandalorian season whatever. It doesn't matter. That's actually smart of you guys to get into that.
I don't know what happened. We watched a BTS video and we got so much love from it to the point to where we have fans who has
Set-
given us a schedule of their entire albums in the order that it's come out, and they're like, "Can you react to it on Patreon?" That's really what made us create a Patreon, was that we were getting so much like music video requests, and we were like, well, our thing is mainly reaction videos to like shows and trailers. Why don't we just go ahead and just make something separate for people who like want to just watch that?
Right.
And
Let's also put
it
full
blew up.
length. Yeah.
and now
full-length episodes.
we even love the music ourselves at
Yeah.
this point.
Because I never pictured myself listening to K-pop, because I never listened to K-pop at all.
Yeah.
But ever since we started listening to it, and big shout out to the fans that have been recommending us stuff, I love it. Like
Yeah.
I played in the car. I remember going to this Korean barbecue spot. And like they have like a whole bunch of TVs where they're playing K-pop, and I'm just like pointing, like I know that song. I know you guys know that song. Like I'm you know what I mean. So it's a wonderful feeling. So
Yeah.
It's what I look forward to reacting to most.
yeah.
I agree.
That's crazy. Wow, that's unexpected. I can't
Yeah.
wait for your future video in like 2 years when you guys go to South Korea and do a vlog and you meet
Oh
like,
my.
Korean fans. And
We've actually
been talking about.
been talking about planning a trip to South Korea. Yeah.
you should go where the
Yeah.
fans are and learn some stuff. There's nothing. Yeah, you should absolutely do that.
I mean,
so, are there any other outside of reactions, any other kind of videos you want to like try out or get into? Are you gonna do any more try not to laugh TikTok shot challenges?
We should go back to doing stuff like that. I think that's what we kind of worry sometimes. We're like, is this what people are gonna want? Is this what people are gonna want to
'Cause
see?
we did the food thing.
Yeah, the food thing did pretty well. Though.
It did.
We did like
it
a
was
trying Korean fried chicken or something like that,
And snacks.
and snacks.
Yeah.
And people really liked that. They were actually recommending us doing like international foods and restaurants, so that could take off too.
You should. There's a lot of like, I don't know if it's Variety or whoever, they do like videos where they try international foods, but they get like the most boring people to try them out. They're like, this is pretty good. And you're just like, Jesus Christ. But you guys would be amazing at it. Like,
You're right. Thank you. Appreciate
seriously. Yeah, no, you guys are killing it. You guys are one of my favorite reactors. I mean that. And I'm happy to see you guys succeed. I hope you can get on that full-time grind eventually. It's crazy. Keep buying property though. That's a way better investment. But also do this. All right. Well, thank you guys for taking the time. I really, really appreciate it. And
Appreciate
see you later.
Johnny.
Thank you. Next time we're in LA, we're gonna hit you
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
grab a
check
couple
us out.
drinks.
I have a house. Come stay. We got rooms. We got It'll be all good. All right. Peace out.